What's going on, Fighting Game League fans, NMO fans? This is Alexlexus coming at you with the first solo video of 2013. Just to give you guys update on the Twitch TV, new fighting order, Fighting Game League, and NMO. We needed a well-deserved break. Real life has been bopping me around pretty good, so I had to take a little hiatus, and we did our the last podcast that we did on air. Many of you didn't see it because I didn't upload it to YouTube. It's strictly on the Twitch TV network. It was basically the year in review. So chances are, if I have some time today after this little, I wouldn't say rant, but little video on the topic, I will reveal it in a bit. But yeah, just so that you guys get caught up to speed. Yeah, we just needed a break. So just know that we're getting back on track and everything. A lot of it falls on me because I have a lot of responsibilities on my plate. So just bear with us, right? So today is January 20th, 2013, Sunday, and you know recently some news dropped. Now, during the hiatus, Devil May Cry, the reboot, has been released. Shinmar has his hands on it. I'm personally waiting for the PC version so I can mod it. But during the time of my patience to acquire the PC version, something odd occurred. It was announced that Ninja Theory and Capcom have developed these DLC skins, but one that stands out most is the Devil May Cry 3 skin that's going to be added to the game on January 30th. So in about 10 days, you're going to get the Dante skin that we should have had by default. Now, my reactions to that is this. If Capcom really forced Ninja Theory's hand and redeveloping the image is so drastic, okay, a couple of things come to mind. I believe Capcom knew that there was going to be a backlash. Ninja Theory knew this as well, and Capcom, again with the DLC practice, it's like, okay, you can have the old Dante, but you have to pay for it. Once again, Capcom or fucking the fans in the ass with a loaded revolver and doing like Clint Eastwood, "Do you feel lucky, punk?" as they ram it up your anal cavity. It's fucked up, you know. And let's say it was reversed. Let's say that, oh, the black hair Dante with the speckles of white or looking like Pepe Le Pew, has. Let's say that was the DLC. Do you think anybody would purchase it? No, definitely not. Now, I just want to go on record because I know a lot of people who are supporting the reboot are gonna say, "Hey, just get over it" or whatever. I am one that I said when I got my hands on the demo, I said the gameplay is not too much of an issue for me. There's a lot of things that I like. The combos are a little more accessible in this new Devil May Cry as opposed to the past games. That's one of its pluses. But in terms of just like Dante's design, what you're looking at will distract you. Bottom line, you know what I mean? And that's why I didn't go and pick it up for midnight release. I didn't buy it. I'm just like holding off because it's like time to make a statement with Capcom and just say, hey, you know what? Fuck you guys with that bullshit. But it's in point number two. Aside from the DLC thing that they're holding Dante's classic look as a little cash cow thing, or just to pacify fans, angry fans like myself, Nelson, and others. Now you're looking at something where this is my theory, point number two, that I believe Ninja Theory wasn't confident in the new redesign of Dante. Now, if they stood by their how can I say, if they stood their ground and say, no, this is the Dante that you're gonna get, that's it, I probably would have gained some sort of respect for them. But it looked like they backpedaling with under the advisement of Capcom to say, hey, you know what? We have to get the old fans to buy this. So let's create this DLC so that we can kind of shut them up. It's like, wow, really? That to me, they just did not have enough um, faith in that design. They knew full out, and during the development time, they say, hey, all the DLC is prepared beforehand. It's just like parts of the game that they literally break off and sell to you later. All right, so you got that the DLC to extend the life of the game, fine, but it's just wow. Did the fans really? Did we really make a statement by saying, hey, you know what, we want Dante to look like his old self, but having to pay for it? Like I just say wait for the PC one, mod the shit out of it, call it a day. All right, but I want you to kind of share this little trip with me. I'm actually gonna watch a video. I don't own the rights to it, but now look at this Dante. That is perfect. Perfect. This is all they had to do. This is all they had to do. It wouldn't have been any problems. I mean, hell, to me, it kind of makes me say, hey, visually, it brings me back to the old Devil May Cry games. But as I'm watching this right now, it's like, wow, it's very fitting. Now, what the developers of this new reboot were saying is like, oh yeah, this Dante needs to appeal to a Western market and all this other stuff. But when you do shit like that, you end up with things like Godzilla, where you had the American adaptation of the radioactive iguana looking like some shit out of Jurassic Park. It's just, if you have a good thing, don't fuck with it. And Capcom's rationale for, oh yeah, really go different, really reach for the sky and changing its design. I question that again. Capcom's making questionable decisions and making me wonder who's running shit over there. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. But I look at this and it's just like, wow, that's what Dante should have looked like. I mean, look at that. That's freaking like that's Dante. That's Dante. It wasn't that hard. All they had to do, give him, and not to mention fans. I'm hearing that with this DLC download, when you go into the Devil Trigger, you get the classic Devil Trigger. Obviously, in this video, you will not see it, but I'm just like, wow, really? It's just sad. Very, very, very poor choices, poor execution. That should have been Dante by default. It wouldn't have had such a negative reaction. It's just wow. So NMO fans, fighting game league fans, let me know what you think. Was it that hard? All they had to do was just use that Dante or a variation of that Dante. Give him the same hair. And another thing, fuck you Ninja Theory for that little Easter egg thing where the wig falls on Dante's head and it's just like never in a million years. Fuck that. Fuck you guys for that shit. Anyway, get the PC one, mod the shit out of it. Let me know what you guys think. There'll be a part 2 where we're gonna have the staff and the cast together, and we're gonna be discussing this. So this is Alexlexus coming at you with the first solo video of 2013. Shout outs to m.u.g.e.n. I want you on our podcast sometime so we can chat. Couple other people I'm inviting on the show, and on Tuesday, time permitting, I'll have another m.u.g.e.n podcast, and I'm trying to get Sin from Club Syndicate on there, so we just have to work out our schedules because he'll be my next guest. So this is Alexlexus signing off. See you next time on the NMO m.u.g.e.n Arcade Show / Fighting Game League nFo, baby. Peace.